Let's go. Let's go. All right. So we left off yesterday trying to read Excel sheets. I wonder if I can get Dark Reader on this. It's not too bad. And I want to get like this basic example working. I just don't know how this library works well enough yet. I don't need any of this. What up, Boffy? Oh, I should look at the project you sent me. Let me turn off Dark Reader. Guess the language in 5 tries. After each guess, the color of the text will change depending on how close you are to your guess. Name. Okay. Oh, this is cool. This is actually a pretty fun game. All right, how do I do this? Hold on. No, we don't want to do this. Okay. So okay, that's kind of a weird UX there. All right, let's try again. So those are my options. Object oriented. $19.95 object oriented. What are my other options here? It'd be cool if... No, never mind. Yeah, I feel like if you just get like the jank of it moving around up here, like it doesn't feel like it clears right every time either. Here, let's refresh. Let me... Oh, it's for the day. I got it. Nice. Yeah, I was gonna go clear local storage. Okay. So I'm trying to read this sheet, and I don't know what I'm... So we get a range deserialization builder. We get sheet 1. And then I'm assuming we iterate over rows. Which I would imagine... Actually, let's do this. Let's see if we even get this running. We need to do cargo watch. All right, so what is this error? Right. So we got to panic. Invalid type sequence. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how this works yet. All right, let's go read the docs. Actually, let's see if we can. Give me a intro tutorial to using the Calamine crate in Rust. Let's actually try this. I want to grab this block that comes down to there, that closes that. That closes that. Yoink. So I think we can come up to here and paste that in there. All right, let's see. I gained respect for you when I first saw you use ChatGPT on stream. There's a certain stigma. I think it can be super helpful. Yeah, I don't like Copilot. I used Copilot for a year and a half, and at the beginning of this year, I turned it off. But I still commonly use ChatGPT for questions, which I think is good and bad. And then I use it for generating docs and boilerplate code all the time. Like, I have it write JS docs for me, and then I have a custom GPT seeded with all the documentation from FastCheck, which is a testing library that I use, and then a couple good test suites, and then I have it write FastCheck test suites for me, and then I just code review it and fix up tests. I tried to copy I2 term 2 for the design. Nice. Hell yeah. Okay, so what are we doing here? We found... Let's see if we can even get into this row here. Let's GC that. Expected. Okay, yeah, I get that. So let's just return an OK of a unit right there. And then this expression has a type. Okay, so we have to. I guess this doesn't need a sum. Okay, so we get our range. And let's see if we can do this now. All right, we can do that. Is this gonna work? I don't know why we're printing nothing there. All right, so we got a cell. And a cell is a data. Is data type actually a enum in here? This is an enum, okay. Okay, so we can come down here. This is almost right. This just needs to be data instead of data type. What? Okay, we just missed a empty. Let's come in here. Do that, and this is going to become print. My keyboard's not in a very good spot right now. There we go, that's a little bit better. Print line, exclamation point. Let's say, we'll say float, And then we'll say int, and then string, and bool, error, empty. This will be datetime. Where's my \t? There we go. Why can't I get there? There we go. This is a duration ISO. Oh my God. I'm gonna be writing bash so soon. I'm gonna run ads to disable pre-roll. Hodl chat.
Functions describe the world.
Nice. Thank you for the follow there, Navukik. Classic Twitch. I've had Twitch break in some weird ways over the past year. All right, so we are seeing stuff print down here. Check this out. So we got, when we're parsing this sheet, let me make this bigger. When we're parsing this sheet here, this shit, the sheet, it's funny, all the money that I make from Twitch, which is like, I will get between like 180 and 280 a month, it just goes right back into Twitch to watching all my friends like Bad Cop and freaking BG and everyone else. All right, so we get string title. That's good. We get an empty, empty, empty. Okay, so it will read the number of columns based on the row with the most columns. So we get, this is row 1, right? So let's actually add, Jesus. Can I get an index in here if I do something like this? Would that be a number?
The gospel of the camel. I speak the gospel of the dunes. The sand is in my veins. Come ride a camel with me today.
It's a ChatGPT. Can I get the index in a for in loop? Yes, you can get that using the enumerate method. So I guess I can do enumerate. What the? Yeah, there we go. And it's probably gonna return like a tuple. Yeah. And this is just backwards. All right. And we'll just say print line. This will be row, and then we'll just do this, whoops, row or index. we want to do a /t. Let's actually do a double /t on a new row. All right. So we're looking at this sheet here. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Thank you for the subscription, CCPRN. Appreciate you. Yeah, we switched our database to, real talk, I have used Excel or Google Sheets as a database several times successfully. It's actually a decent, like for little back office things, it's not the worst. So row 0, we get string title, yep, and then we get 3 empty. That's interesting because that's a merged cell. So it just views merged cells as, can I unmerge these cells? Unmerge. All right, so let's do that and let's rerun this and I want to see what it gives me. Oh, I need to re-download it, don't I? I wonder if I have numbers. Where do I keep this at? Go up. Go up. I don't know how to. I hate Finder. If anyone has any resources on making Finder not suck, I would love to see them. Look at this. I can't. There we go. Fucking hate Finder. Okay, so I don't have numbers installed. Why? How do I get numbers installed? Well, why is it with VS Code? I don't even think I must have VS Code installed. Where do I install numbers? Do I just go to the
Functions
App Store?
describe the world.
Thank you for the follows, Nitro and HexD. Appreciate y'all. Numbers for Mac. Yeah, just give me that. I also need you. But the rest of this is nice that we're getting this here. All right, so we should have numbers now. Yeah, great. So let's close this. Let's come back here, open with numbers. Just open my spreadsheet, dog. Yeah. Okay. I hate this. This is so bad. Show rulers. Thank you. Is there a way to show more cells? I guess not. Whatever, this is fine. So can I unmerge these cells? Unmerge cells. Okay, so we do that. Can I save? I'm assuming that doesn't autosave. Where? No. Save to where I opened you.
Functions describe the world.
What does this save as? Do I have to export? Yeah, of course. All right, let's try running again. Thanks for the follow, Daniel Bonos Dump Truck. All right, so we still get the same thing even with a let's actually make sure this is updating. So let's try foobar here, right? And let's go ahead and export Excel, save, replace. Oh, I said footer, not football. Okay, we got it though. Okay. All right, so let's see if we can figure out how to use Serde with this now. Okay, great. Let's go take a screenshot of this and we're going to give it to ChatGPT. And we're going to say, copy image, ChatGPT, and now show me how to use Calamine's Serde features to parse and deserialize this spreadsheet. And that would be that. Yo, NF's so good. Thank you for the follow, McGurks. ID text flag date. So it's going to be columns. I see. All right, let's grab this and let's see if this actually works. Come up here, paste that in, and we need to bring in Serde. All right, so we got Serde brought in. Man, my wrist hurts. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Some cells might be empty. Great. Yep. Skip the header rows. Sure. Okay. So we're going to come in here and we're going to say, let's move the cursor, get that out of our face. Can I get skip off of this? Yeah, so we're going to skip 2. Okay, we do that. And then we're going to collect it's not quite how I think we want to do this. This is what I think we need. Let's see, use this. Okay, that seems close to what we want. So let's go here, delete that, and open that up, and we're gonna say, let's go back and look at their original example too. Where's their... I never remember how to get to their GitHub from the crate. Source? No. Platform, Calamine, repository. Yeah, do that. From range, iter. I still don't understand how... Oh, so this must be columns, right? So let's, before we use this struct, let's come in here and we're gonna say, we're gonna get rid of that and we're gonna get rid of this. And we'll come back into here. We had, I think I had a decent idea yesterday. Let's just go back. I need to install undo tree and learn how to use that. But that is not a side quest we're doing today. So we should get, if we skip iter from range, can't I use the range to get what was that syntax? Let's see here again. Our good friend ChatGPT. Range.rows. Okay. Dot skip to dot collect. Is it smart enough to collect? Okay, no, it's not. We're gonna collect it into a vec. And we'll let it figure out the data type. So it doesn't like that. Expected reference found a vec. OCaml is compiled. Like, I don't think this works. Let's come down here and delete this, which I just nuked my... Yeah. And we'll do just okay. And I'm gonna give ChatGPT this error. So we need to figure out how to collect into a range rather than a vec. So we need to see if we can do an into, I guess, after this. It's not satisfied, required for it to implement into. Okay. Chat, I gotta go let one of the dogs out real quick. I will be right back. I'm gonna run ads again while I do this, so just hodl here for a second. All right, let's get back at it. All right, so I want to go read more Calamine docs. I want to find an example of where they declare a structure or a struct and they deserialize to it. Range. Okay, they do this iter. And then they say vec. Has headers. Let's see how the has headers thing works. Is this on a range? No, we need the range struct. Blah, blah, blah. Range. And this has a... Wait, that was on the has headers. Here it is. Decides whether to treat the first row as a special header row. Oh, we can do from range and with headers. Okay. All right, so we want to basically take a range and cut the top 2 rows off of it. Get an iterator over the rows. I want to like slice it. So we go from 0, 0, top left, down to the 5th row with 2 columns over. We set 0, 0 as A. We set 0, 1, the second column is 1. And then we get the headers. A, 1, true. I'm trying to visualize what this would look like. Is it just taking the first row? Yeah, it is. That's what it's doing. Okay. Build a new range out of this range. Okay, that's what we want here. So let's come down here and delete to here, do that again and again. Guess I can't do that. Move this mouse, change that, and this is going to be range, and then start is going to be, for this particular spreadsheet, row 2 to the end, which is going to be it takes a cell. So that'll be 2, 0 to the end, which, how do we get the length? Can we get range dot get size? That returns, right. And then we want dot 0 minus 1. Do we think that's probably, yeah. Winnie. Do that, go to 0, subtract 1, and then do 0 there. That's a tuple, that's a tuple. That closes that, that closes that. It probably needs a reference to that. What's this upset about? Expected U32. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So we'll just say as U32. Can I do that? As U size. How do I do this? So it's a U size, and range expects U32s. There we go. All right. And what are you upset about? Type must be known at this point. Right. So we need to say let's go back. We should be able to say this is going to be and this takes a vec of, well, we don't even have that type anymore. We'll do a tuple of, it is, let's see here, number string boolean date U32 string bool ISO. How do we do a date? All right, let's tell them to see if I can get ChatGPT to fix this. All right, so we'll add this back in. Add an insert A. Let's add a naive date. And down here, this will become a vec of, I guess we can do what they're doing down here, right? We can wait to put the type annotation on until we use it, right? We'll say, we'll do the same thing. Let mute data is a vec of spreadsheet row. And that will equal we'll see if we can clean this up in a minute, but for result, in deserializer.deserialize. Match result. Okay, record data.push record. And then we'll just ignore the error for now. And we'll say panic. At the disco. No method named deserialize. Collect into skip map. It's obviously not how this works. So let's go look at the docs again. We want to look at the go up structs range deserializer. So it's a structure that has some lifetime of the cell, a T, two cell deserialized to own. That must be the, does it have to go both ways? I don't completely understand this at the moment. All right, what's this saying? So we get a result. And it's a reference to a range deserializer. Shouldn't this go to an iter? Builder, new, from range. Oh, we don't need the iter. Because, there we go. Should this really be sum then? Okay, there we go. Temporary value is freed at the end of this statement. Temporary value dropped while borrowed. Does this consume a range? No, it just takes a... where is this getting dropped? Temporary value dropped while borrowed. What's getting borrowed? Temporary value dropped. Cargo check. Borrow later used here. Temporary value is freed at the end of this statement. Creates a temporary value which is freed. Let see if we can do this, and we'll come over here, view around that, paste that in, right? How do I reference myself? I guess we can't. So we'll do like, well, in that, then we'll say let new, we'll just shadow it, I guess. Let range equals range. And then we don't need this anymore, right? We can just say, that's not what we wanted. Like that. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, great. This looks like it might work. Not quite, because we want to actually deserialize into, let's just say this is going to be row. And we'll get rid of that. We're going to print line, and we're going to say row, and that, and then row. Okay. And this is actually going to be usize, and then it is a string, and then a bool, and then finally a naive date. And let's see if this runs. We got a panic. Invalid length 1, expected a tuple of size 4. So this is going to be the bottom right cell. We'll do wonder if I can get an iter from this. No. So we'll get, this will be num rows, and this will be num calls, right? The size and height, yeah. And then we're gonna come in here, and we'll say num rows. No, we want to start at 0, 0. No, we want to start at 0, 1. We want to start at 2, 0, and then go to num rows -1 to num row or num calls, right? Calls -1. And we'll say U32, U32 dot into as U32, U32. Oh my god. Okay, fine. As U32, as U32. Yeah, you're fine. Delete to the equal. Why can't I do that? There we go. And why is this upset? Cannot subtract U32 from... Right. As U32. That's where we get the U32. There we go. Okay. Let's try that. Let's do a cargo watch too. All right. Input contains invalid characters. Okay. Let's try to ignore the date for now. And let's just try to, actually, let's just try to get the, oh, we got it. That's weird that we can... Row 1 foo. I wonder why we don't get... Oh, we want a loop. What is it, while let? While else loops are not supported. Found unit type. This returns that. Oh, right, that needs to go down here, right? Doesn't it? Is that what it wants? There we go. Okay, so we got that. And now we can get the bool, right? So let's get the bool out of here. Yep. Okay. And then how do we get a naive date? Because that's going to panic now. Yeah. What other types does Chronos have? We were using Chronos in our job. Maybe? Yeah, daytime. So let's try that. What up, Fubar? right, so we still can't serialize into that. What if we do an option? Is it smart enough to figure that out? No. Input in... All right, what does our table actually hold? Yeah, I really like Rust. I like Rust a whole lot. It like matches my mental model of programming really, really well. Where's ChatGPT? So I am having an issue deserializing into a date. My Chrono should have it. Cargo toml Chrono features Serde. Yeah. We'll try doing the struct. And this said, well, let's go to our spreadsheet and let's see if we can make this like an ISO timestamp instead. Let's just say, can I do like today ISO? Google Sheets ISO timestamp. Date value, okay. No. Oh, we have to add plus time value. So plus time value. Hold on. Let's start another. How can I deserialize a date string in this format to Chrono? I feel like it should just be able to do that, right? Do I really have to implement? Feels like there should be a better way to do this. Hey Siri, stop. It's weird. Nobody's home and my HomePod started playing Bon Jovi. It's a weird experience. I really don't want to. All right, let's just make these UTC time. Google Sheets, ISO timestamp. Come on, there's got to be an easy way to do this. There's no shot I'm using regex. Oh my god. What if we just say UTC? UTC now. Okay, let's try that. We'll say equals UTC now. Great. Glad that worked. Epoch date. Equals epoch date. Well, I don't have Unix timestamps to work with anyways. Let's go look at Chronos Rust tutorial. Here we go. Show me how to deserialize. Here we go. Start time, end time. These are terrible articles. String to datetime. Here we go. We can parse from built-in well-known strings. Okay, what is RFC 282? Okay, that's not quite what we want. Custom formats with time zone. Okay, so we can do parse from. So maybe we are going to have to make our own deserializer. It can be used on parse without... Okay. All right, let's try something here where we're going. Are you committed to Chrono? The creator of the regex crate, also RipGrep recently released a new time library. Oh yeah, I saw Svelker tweet about that. I'm not necessarily tied to it. What's it called? GIF? Jiff? That encourages you to jump into the pit of success. I like that. Okay, so we got Serde as a feature. All right, let's give it a try. Let's play around with it. And let's come down here and we'll say cargo add GIF dash F. And what features do we want? Default. So just Serde. So let's make a date string, right? So let's say date stir is going to equal 20. We'll do actually 1993-02-02, which is my birthday. And then we'll say let underscore equals. Let's see what we can get off GIF. Civil. And we'll say datetime from stir. And this will be datetime, date string. No function or associated from stir found on. What? That gave me autocomplete for it. I mean, we can try from datetime, date stir. Is there a parse? It's a function that takes a stir, returns a date stir. All right, so we have that. We'll say can I match on this? Let if that needs to be a statement, right? Winnie. Sorry, chat. Hey, relax. It's Justine. Wake up call. All right, so is it if let? Yeah, it's if let. There we go. That's such a nice feature. Okay. Let's just see what happens here. Yeah, we want to run there. All right, so we did get a date. Great. Now let's say we have some JSON here, and we'll say this is going to be just called date. How do I do this? Do I have to escape it? Yeah. Escape that. Same deal here. And then we close her up. And then we want to use Serde, which I don't know how to use Serde. Serde JSON. Okay, so we'll do, let's say this is going to be Yason, and this is going to be Yason, and we're going to say let's say struct date obj date struct Bodhi.
Hey, too much, too much.
What's up? Who's that from? Aw.
No, that's for Palmer, and then that's for, I don't know if anybody's on to say things.
What?
These are for bridal party.
Oh, okay. We'll open that later.
Together?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to open it now.
This will be GIF. Could you shut my door, please, Justine?
When are you still in there? I'm gonna get them breakfast.
Okay. And now we want to derive deserialize. Yeah. And then we'll say let date struct, or we'll just say I don't even know what to call this. Call it foo equals that, and we'll say this is going to be a date struct. Yeah, we can do that. Can we get a... Does Serde have an error? Yeah. And then down here, let's just try to print this now. Print line, and we'll do one of these. Foo. Date struct doesn't... Okay, sure. All right, so we got that. Great. Okay, looks like GIF is going to work better. And we'll make this a civil daytime. And down here, this will be civil daytime. Expecting bytes got daytime, Excel daytime. Oh, is our sheet messed up? Numbers, file, export to Excel, save, export, replace. Why? Nice.
Eat your food, bud.
I hate Finder. Okay, let's see here. We should see in job processor. Oh, we have 2 documents in here. So let's delete this one. And then let's open this one in numbers. So this seems like it should be fine, right? So why are we getting that parsed as date and time? Value, datetime type is 1904. What value is that for a daytime? Oh, hell yeah, I'm actually awake for a Dylan stream for the first time in ages. Well, good morning, Omniscient. How we doing? Alright, so the date is actually formatted like, whoops, that's not what we wanted. It's going to be closer to 020293. Okay. So let's look at our actual Excel document that we're going to end up having to parse, which is going to be, let's see here, project bucket list sample, this beast. Yeah. God, this is going to be such a nightmare to parse. Actually, it won't be so bad. It's that this part's going to be really annoying.
Okay. Chat. His breakfast is even more important today than normal because his heartworm medicine is in it. Like, Golden's with me. Winnie, come on. Winnie.
Alright, chat. Make sure no one eats the small dog's food.
Winnie, come on.
What if we do 1993, right?
Winnie.
Can this work?
Let's get treat. Let's get carrot treat. Come on. Come on.
For
Out.
failed to parse 2 to... Yeah. So we're going to need... let's go look at the GIF docs here. I need to close some of these tabs. We'll keep Talamine. Don't need tracing right now. I want to keep that up because I want to read it. Don't need that. We got Cloak installed. We don't need Twitter. We don't need Twitch. All right, there we go. Yeah. So can we do, I guess another good example would be, let's GC this and we'll do let bar equal a datetime from GIF, and then we'll do 2 to 1993 dot parse. And then we want to do bar. No, this should be a GIF civil. We do this. Distinct types. All right. This is going to be a GIF error, I'm assuming. There we go. All right, so we can't parse that. All right, so can we do our own like little from string? Because if we look at that spreadsheet again, because we're gonna have to figure out how to deal with the time that this spreadsheet uses, which is slashes, which I doubt slashes are gonna make a difference here. Yeah, so we're gonna have to figure out how to parse this. We had an example from ChatGPT on writing a custom deserializer. Yeah. So let's see if we can do something like this. Function deserialize. Nope. Serialize date, and it's gonna have a lifetime for, just call it A for now. Whatever, D. This takes a deserializer. We might go back to using Chrono because I don't think GIF has this like parse on it. Let's go here. Parse. I guess we could say, just to check one thing real quick, because it's not date time, right? It's date. Yeah, okay, it's still wrong. Okay. Configurable support for printing and parsing date times and spans. Okay, so how do we use this? Parsing and formatting. Okay, here we go. Date string p time. Does that say strip time? I don't know what. While the routines exposed in this module very closely resemble the corresponding strp string POSIX time, if there's a convention specifier that you need that GIF doesn't support. So how to parse a civil date in this weekday. Date is a assert. Okay. So how do we create a deserializer for Serde. Did we assign this? Deserialize with. Okay. All right. We're getting somewhere. Let's say function deserialize. No. Sure. Date. And this is going to take a deserializer D. Sure. All right, let's go back to here. We have a lifetime D. D's nodes. Thank you, Mr. Fabry. All right, bud, you can go out. Go. Go, 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 go. All right. Deserializer, it's going to be a D, and we're going to return a result of date and a D error. And where we have a bound on D, where D must implement deserializer with a lifetime of that.
Functions describe the
And then in
world.
here, we'll say, okay, and then we will say, we do diff date, no, civil or format. Is that what we want? Parse. The format will be, whoa, I hate that feature where it jumps me over. So the format will be where do we have a table? Yeah, here we go. I want year, day. I want a 0 padded day. %D is 0 padded. Okay, so we say it's going to be %D slash, or I need the %M 0 padded. That doesn't look 0 padded though. %M slash %D, and then we need a 4-digit year, which is capital Y. Okay, so if we go back, so there's a pretty simple example in the top of the index page. That's not quite the example. Here we go. Yeah, we're now to a Serde. Yeah, we just need that part right there. Broken down. What is a broken down time? Cute.
Honey, get out of here. Alright, I'm gonna bring coffee and then I'll leave you alone.
What is a broken down time? Date dot. Date strip time. What's the difference between these? The format, printf style. Okay, it takes a as ref. Okay. And then we come here and we can say, we can give this a little Serde attribute action, and we say Serde, and we'll say rename, not rename. We'll say deserialize with. I wish I got autocomplete on these. That'd be a lot nicer. All right, so now we should be able to, let's get rid of that and do this. And then this is not a date. Oh, this is a date struct, actually. This is foo. We don't need to two-string it. To a GIF error. Yeah, sure. This is now a Serde error again. JSON. What is this? Do we like break? All right, here we go. Oh, we haven't fixed that. Slash. Hey, okay, we got it. Sick. So that's pretty easy. Let's go see. I want to ask ChatGPT in a new context if this is the right way to write a custom Serde deserializer. New chat. Is this the right and idiomatic way to implement a custom Serde deserializer in Rust? Paste that in, and then we can delete this block. That doesn't matter. Don't let it get confused here. Delete that. Your implementation is mostly correct. Particularly, okay, sure. Okay, fine. All right, so basically the same thing. They just broke out this. What would other common approaches look like? Yeah, that's basically the same thing. Thanks, Justine. Yeah. Okay, that all makes sense. Okay. So, I feel decent about this now. Let's see if we can come in here, add this back. We don't need a naive date, so we'll just make this a, let's bump this up to the top. Throw that in there. Sort these. And then we need a date, and we'll use the same thing here, where we say yoink to the other side of the parens, paste that in there, and get rid of this. And then down here we have that. Great. We don't need these anymore. And we want to get back here. This is now going to be changing this. This will be a spreadsheet row. Okay. Custom strip time parsing failed. Month number is invalid. Value of 45? What? What, chat? Where do we get a 45 from? Calma. I mean, I guess we could say, just for now, does this have a Excel? Yeah, we can say Excel datetime. I just want to check this quick. We'll say Excel datetime. What? Cannot convert from date to Excel datetime. Where do we do that? Oh, I'm an idiot, right. We don't need this. Trade bound Excel date is not serial. It can't deserialize? Son of a bitch. Calamine. So they store this Excel datetime thing as like we get this. So we need to take this structure. I don't understand why it's parsing to a datetime rather than a date. I don't know how to force that. How can I make it? It'd be great if I could force it as a string. I need some examples of dates. So we got a date time. Where do we think that date time came from? Does that come out of Chronos? Or Calamine? Excel datetime. Do we have a date? Deserialize as time or string. Hold on, this might actually be useful. Deserialize as date or time. A helper function to deserialize cell values as chrono-naive date, useful when cells may also contain invalid dates. So let's try this. Date or time. This will take our deserializer, and we'll get that. Let's say that. Delete, find to the question mark. We'll put in our stir. Actually, we should not name this stir. We'll call this date string, date stir. And we need to unwrap it above. And we'll say unwrap. And what is this type here? It's an error. Right. We actually want to go here. And we'll get something like this. We want to match on that. That's a stir. And then we're going to come in here. And we can do what we were doing from before. I should have not deleted that chunk of code. And we go here, we go here. And we can say return, right? Let's just say panic for now. At the disco. What does it think this type is? That should be a string, right? Oh, we need to unwrap it, right? Because this should be a string now. Yeah. Sure. Panic unwrapped at line 49. Yeah, that makes sense still, because we have to come back in here and uncomment this and use our deserializer. Panic at the disco. Okay. So it was okay. We got an okay here? Really? Let's print this and see what it looks like. And then we'll just panic. So we got it parsed. We did get it parsed. Okay, well, if we're getting it parsed, why could we not use naive date? Map error. This is gonna be Serde D error. How do we do this? How did we do this before? And we'll say this is a naive date. Expected. So we got a nested result here. Oh, we just have to unwrap it. Right? Now what's this upset about? I mapped it to a cannot convert a string. What did I do wrong here, chat? We did this fine earlier. To result naive date to a string. Shouldn't mapping the error So I guess what we have to do here is, so X comes out as this like nested result. Can I not like flatten? There is a function for this. It's not sequence, is it? No, it's, gosh, I feel like I used this earlier this week. Chat, there's a function to flatten results, right? Iter match sum map. Give me, I don't want, why do I have so many snippets? Borrow format and is there as ref type ID try into iter map expect inspect wrap. And then unwrap or. Is there a function in Rust to flatten a nested result? Dude, what? That's what I... They probably both have to be the same error type, though. Right? So we need to get the inner error type to be... What are we saying? It's just, why did you abbreviate that? So we can do a... what can we do here? We'll do a map. And in our map, we're going to have inner result, right? So we'll just say inner, and then we'll make a function body here. And let's hope we get some... are we really not going to get formatting? I guess we're not that far with inline hints off. And we can do inner dot map error. And this is where we're going to say Serde DE error custom. And now this gives us a we should be able to call it flatten. Use of unstable. How do I enable that feature? Allow unused result flattening. Unknown lint. How do I turn on features? How do I turn on the result flattening feature? Yeah, what version of Rust am I on? Rust C dash version. I'm on 1.78. I'm on 1.78, but getting this error. Get rid of that. Do you have to use ChatGPT? I really use in my coding. I do when I'm learning stuff, and there's a lot of Rust content out there, so ChatGPT is pretty good at giving non-hallucinating answers. Okay. So I guess we can just write our own. Yeah, we can just use our own function, I guess. Can't we extend results too? Isn't there like a thing called like extension traits or something that I could do this with? I don't know what's up with the syntax highlighting here. We can say mod prelude, I guess. And then in here we can do
I just had to show you how perfect this came out.
what?
I just had to show you how perfect
Cute.
this came out. Because I got this from Etsy, got this from Target.
That's cute.
It matches perfectly.
This is cute. It's perfect.
Okay, show chat.
Sure.
Functions describe the world.
This is for our flower girl. Is cute.
So I think we could say, we could do something like trait result ext, and this is going to have flatten, and flatten is going to have, that's going to be a function, and it will be take a self, and then we can say sure, we'll say impl result extension for result. And let's implement that. So we get this, and then we can basically take that flat method we just had in here. Or did we copy and paste that somewhere? No. Okay, so where was that function? Right here. Mexico. Does it only do drugs from the 80s? And it's gonna be self. Okay, yeah, so we need to impl t t. For result, can I do this? Right, so this is going to take a reference. No, we should consume the result and return a new result, right? So this should come, we should return a result t. And this needs to be a trait t. Is that how that works? T. Is that not how I do this? How do I define a trait that's generic over... Type in trait. How do I do this? Help me impl this extension trait. Okay, fine. Oh, we give it a default implementation, can't we? Let's see this again. I remember seeing that we can give traits default implementations. And this will be standard. Where do we get results from? Is there a prelude? Can I just... Oh, it's core result. So we can actually say this is going to return a core result, okay, self okay, and then self error, right? Yeah, so then we can give this a default implementation, I think. And we can say, essentially, exactly what we did before. We match on self, and we can implement the arms. Oh, no. Self. Give this trait a default impl. Okay, so self just needs to be sized. Where self implements the size crate. Non-item in item list, non-item starts here. Right, sure. Can't you... Can you do default impls for traits? I swear during Rustlings, I remember giving a trait a default implementation. All right, whatever. We'll just steal this because it's basically doing exactly what we want, right? And we'll get rid of this. And then that becomes a semicolon. And we don't need the E. Right, we can do this. The type parameter E is not constrained by the impl trait, self-type, or unconstrained type parameter. No, we don't want that. Yeah. This seems fine, right? Type okay. Okay could also refer to the associated type. Okay, we don't need the E, right? I kind of want to have this actually just operate on, yeah, hold on. Now we need to go back and add the E, and we'll go over to T, and this will be E, and then this gets an E. And this becomes E. And this is core result. Standard result. Uh, There we go. All right, so now we should be able to effectively call flatten. As long as we import prelude, we should be able to call flatten on results, I think. So we basically extended use create prelude, and then we'll just bring in the we'll just bring in everything, I guess. And for now, we'll just call this a, we actually don't want the result. Let's bring in result X. Oh, we need to go make it public. That makes sense. Okay, implicitly returns this. And then we can probably delete to C. Okay, fine. Fine, we'll go call it flatten X. There we go, chat. That's how you extend results for everywhere in your program. We just added a function via an extension trait to the standard result type. So now all the results in our program, as long as they import this trait into their module, every result will have flatten X on it, which will basically smoosh two results down into one. That's pretty nifty. So, given that, we're now successfully parsing our spreadsheet. let's frickin' go. Do I have panic in here anywhere? Yeah, thank you. All right, anything else that's unused? No. So we'll turn that back on. And we'll say allow unused. Isn't that how it is? Main old exclamation point. What up, Cyprian? Boom. I'm so pumped. We've got this. We are parsing this Excel sheet now to a struct in Rust. And we did some cool things today. We wrote a custom deserializer for Serde. We figured out how to actually use Calamine and read it, and then deserialize into the struct. We learned how to do extension traits, which is super dope. Let's actually just call this flatten X, extended flatten. Yeah, let's do ext. Yeah, over here. That I wish that would have. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna make a cool little tweet about extension traits, and then we're gonna wrap up for the day. And we're gonna kick ass at work today. It's Friday. Tailwind. Let me check my calendar really quick. Make sure I don't have anything right at 10. Nope. Great. So let's take our prelude, and we're gonna grab this. Actually, we're just gonna get rid of
describe the world.
We're gonna get rid of the tweet. We'll grab this and we'll go up here, yoink that. I wonder if we actually need where self is sized. Actually, let's just grab this, yoink, and we'll go paste that over here. How do we have a cycle? Oh, we got out of here too, right? There we go. Do we need size on there? No, we don't. All right, so we can get rid of that and then go up to here, make this shorter. And I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT to make a quick little simple example. Create a small example of using this trait on a result. Blah, 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 blah. All right, let's look at these examples here. Nested result. Yeah, we'll do that. That's great. And then we will jump over to our beautiful code. And we will do this. And then we'll say usage. We'll just say using our new result function. We'll paste that, and we can shift tab that over. Shift tab. Go up, extend the standard library result type to include dot flatten text. And let's add a line breakdown here. Something like this. Perfect. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up. We'll be back. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming on Monday, depending on how far I get on my conference talk this weekend. I might need to use the 3 hours before work in the mornings next week to get my conference talk ready, which I give on Friday or Saturday next week. So I will keep y'all posted, but otherwise, let's raid, and I hope y'all have a kick-ass Friday and a good weekend. We raided Toggle yesterday. Let's raid Prime. All right, y'all. Peace.